I got a co-caster out of it though.
That's true. Very true. That's good. Look at the bright side.
Alright, so this is a Rapha off the spawn.
Oh yeah. No Mega yet.
No, fairly even spawns. Rapha does a good job of, like, that's a really lovely rocket to hit, just a really good angle, and yeah, basically doing exactly what he needs to right now. Zorak will probably try and stay on the railgun side of the map and just make sure Rapha has to pay if he wants to pick it up, which is basically what happens there. Rapha unable to pick it up for a little bit longer. But Zorak is getting very, very low. And yeah, Rapha just does a really good job there of like staying in cover, spamming those rockets around the corner that Zorak couldn't return.
Yeah, just letting that splash do the work.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, this is a really open map, and when, like, taking cover here is so important. Like, using the middle of the map to kind of peek around, and, like, I think a lot of people, especially people who don't know the map so well, really take it for granted.
Well, Zorak is hitting some rails, so that's good. It's rocking at 57% right now. That's what he's gonna have to keep doing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if that, you know, if that's what the difference is between these two, then you know, that can be a really feasible way for Zorak to keep himself in the game and to like even pull back into a lead.
And he's gotten himself a frag. And no, it's just one frag, but on T4 against Rapha, like, it's actually impressive.
And, well, it's not even that it's just a frag, it's that he killed Rapha. Rapha now has no guns to work with, and Zorak, wow, that's a lot of shotgun damage, actually.
That was a nice move. Kind of hesitated before he went to the telly.
And Rapha there just, you know, a second too early to be able to pick up that rail. And it's actually going to be pretty significant, because that whole venture down into that railgun area, like taking that damage, it ended up being for nothing.
Yeah, a couple of frags on the board now for Zorak, so Rapha's got to be thinking at this point, okay, next time I get a kill, I gotta start camping the railgun. You know?
Pretty much, yeah. But if Rapha can deny that railgun reliably, then yeah, Zorak has some really big problems.
Almost wants to not give it away, like in a TDM match right now, though. You know, if like you're gonna die, you kind of don't want to have that out if he's gonna constantly keep denying it. Is he really just gonna sit on the side of the map though and keep doing this? Like, how long can you feasibly do that for?
Yeah, and because you can see, like, he's quite low at the minute. Rapha has really started to wear him down, and Zorak finally moving to this other side of the map. He needs to think about
now. Sorry, but it's a, yeah, see?
Oh no, it's important, yeah, like, timing the rail.
10 seconds, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, on this map. 10-second rail time.
It is 10, I wasn't sure. Because I could tell it wasn't 15, but it seemed longer than 5, so that makes sense.
2-minute mega, 10-second rail.
Was it always 10 seconds? Wasn't it longer before?
I think somebody used to say it was 15 in Quake 3.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, weren't all weapons 15 in Quake 3?
No.
Okay. But yeah, no, the rail here definitely needs to be 15.
This is really calmed down. How much armor does Rapha have?
35.
Okay. So he's gonna have 85 now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't relevant before anyway, either. So.
Still, I'm just kind of curious, because both players were really passive there for about a minute.
Yeah, it did slow down there for a second.
And it is that kind of map. People sometimes say, oh, this is a fast map, but it can be one of the slowest if it's played differently.
Oh, wow, amazing trap there from Rapha. I couldn't even see him on my screen. Like, Zorak just suddenly took all this damage.
Zorak has the stack advantage, though. He just needs to figure out a way to get into Rapha's face without taking rails before he gets there.
Yeah, and that's exactly...
Or get the rail. He's good now, actually. This is going to be dangerous for Rapha. Zorak has not challenged a Mega, though, in a while. Actually, sorry, all game, I mean.
If he can hit a rail on the Mega, though, like... Well, if he can hit... As long as he hits the damage, he doesn't really need to, per se.
Well, when I say challenge for it, I just mean exactly that. You know, either take it or just show up, you know. Thanks to those watching, by the way. Let everybody know. We've got... This is our winner bracket final, but there's a grand final after we get the lower bracket done as well. So even if we see one of these players go out, whether or not it's ZorakWar or Rapha, they will not be gone. And our lower bracket is a best of 3 as well. This is going to open up huge. By the way, I think this is our massive score gap that's going to come.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, it's like rolling down a hill, you know. Rapha's just building up this momentum.
I kind of want to see Duel Bars and Zorak go at it again.
Impressive.
Ooh.
That shoddy. Nice job there by Rapha. I guess Zorak is trying to do some timing on the railgun. I mean, he's gotten probably most of the damage from the rail itself.
He does a nice little run around there, like does that little circular trap to pick that railgun up for free. But he's stuck in a really awkward place down here. And again, like, Rapha's dealt so much damage before the Mega.
Perfect timing on that too. 4 health left to get it. He won't get this bottom yellow, and I think he might give up rail, but... Can you make 7 frags against Rapha on tier T4 in less than 4 minutes? I'm a serious question here. Like,
you can get some good spawn frags
That's
here.
an achievement.
But against, like, I don't know, like, phylum, like, I came into Quake late myself, but I don't really know how much you've looked at old games, but, like, this is Rapha's actually one of his favorite maps.
I have seen him play it here, yeah.
So,
I like play here a bit. But yeah, no, I do definitely think it's a pretty tough one to come back from.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, you can just see Rapha's awareness of the whole, like, situation. That MG frag is sick.
Just so much more experience on this map than Zorak will ever have.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, yeah, it does look like quite a simple map, but there is a lot. Like, you can really tell when someone experienced is playing it.
I mean, you're just saying, you know, more than you would ever have against Zorak, more than he would ever have against Rapha. And it's really kind of like one of those ZTN versus a incredibly Russian like veteran, like a new player. You will never have the experience they have on ZTN, and this map even more so because, to be honest, it's not played, and I doubt we're gonna see it much.
Yeah,
no, yeah, most people just like hate it.
Yeah. Ironically, I know Ray why you were. Ray was asking me a few days ago, like, T4? Really? Really T4? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised because I've never heard you talk about T4, and anyone talks about T4 in North America, so...
And that's actually why I did it. I didn't actually expect Rapha to be here, because he had been gone for so long, and he didn't play last month, but... I don't know, man. I have one rule against when I'm personally dueling, and that's I will not play DM6. Other than that, I'm open. So
yeah, definitely. I've been running some dual servers in Australia lately, with Dismemberment and House of Decay and Battleforge, just like so they come up, and sometimes people play them, and it's cool.
So 50 set real accuracies are pretty even. You know what I think is very, very telling of the way this map has opened up and stayed opened up is that Rapha has the ability to do rocket damage. Yeah. And as we've been saying before, Zorak has worse rockets NA. So, look at the damages too. He's done less than 200 with rockets. And this is a map that, even though it's open and there's, weird angles and elevation, rockets are really important here.
Yeah, Rapha has really great rocket placement on this map.
Oh yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, and that comes back to the whole idea of how like the cover works and hiding around that like middle section.
I just caused a war in chat by saying I didn't like DM6 by the way. Whoops.
I find it really hard to enjoy playing DM6. Maybe
it's like saying you don't like chocolate. It's dangerous. It's not something you want to do.
No, I think I mean at least in Australia the opinion is that DM6 is a bad map and shouldn't be played anymore.
Ray, what's your favorite map in TDM?
Intervention. Yeah.
What's the next pick?
Hidden.
God, you're such a troll.
No, I'm serious.
Alright.
DM6 it's sassy, you know, and TDM especially, it's sassy.
Alright. I was waiting for it. So anyways, we'll go on to Cure. Our decider is going to be Tox. So we'll see if Zorak can bring it to Tox, which is, some will argue, one of his best maps, if not his best, but uphill battle for sure, yeah?
For sure.
I mean, he's not favored to win by any means. You could put a lot of people against Rapha, and they're not favored to win, so...
Yeah, I just think it's a little disappointing because, you know, I'm not a Zorak fan, but I respect the man's skills.
Oh yeah.
And, I think it's a little unfortunate that he actually has to play T4 against Rapha, because, I mean... that's crazy.
Who has a win against him on that even, you know what I mean? Like, once he got good... Well, maybe actually since it was in Q3 days, that's not a good thing to say, but we'll see if he can get a win here on Cure. I know it's possible.
3, 2.
He gets a couple frags, he can run, so we'll go off on the man now. He's gonna get red, and does he do anything risky? No. Like...
He shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you just want to, focus on playing a really secure game.
Perfect.
Oh, that is, exactly what he needs.
I'd like to see him jump over to this ledge and do just this, and now he can't really jump for this unless he hits the rail. Did Rapha leave a green up or something?
There.
Did Rapha leave his green up? At Mega? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Sure. I kind of feel like he must have died that early. He did. Yeah. Okay, so that's why he died that early. 2 rail shots. Anyways.
Wow, that's a really sneaky move there from Rapha. Just get in, get out.
Late.
Oh,
Rapha's
great section there from Rapha.
So aggressive.
Yeah. In a way, it's good. Kind of to, like, you know, put a little bit of pressure and, like, I think it's, like I said, he needs to get a couple of early frags here, and it's that way he can run with his lead. Because this is the map where you can disappear. And it's done mostly in part because of all the resources on here, so it's not like just disappearing, but you can keep taking a little bit of damage, run away, take damage, run away, you know. So...
Well, it looks like Zorak's trying to run away with the game at this point. Well,
that'd be amazing.
Not after those couple of rockets.
Yeah, kind of synced item times too. I mean, Rapha's a smart guy. He can... I don't think he'll do something at this set of them. It's too early in the game, but it's a possibility that he does something crazy when that happens. So he's really smart about delaying the opponent just long enough so that his, you know, the item he's thinking about getting actually comes up. Worst rockets NA versus some quite good rockets. 50 rail though.
Surprised Zorak didn't go the bottom route that way. You know, we get a lot of spawns right here, and the players tend to go for rocket launcher, course, right away. So I think he would have had a much cleaner kill, but he's still gonna hit vertical rails all day long, so it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, it makes it really hard for Rapha to play this like peaking rocket game, and Rapha really needs to start noticing this because, well, yeah, 6 frags in the first 3 minutes.
So many vertical rails. That's crazy. He doesn't have, Rapha didn't have a rocket launcher to RJ up, so it's just gonna go down. Right?
Yeah, so that was just.
I mean, he's got to slow it down. I know it's 8 frags and it seems like a lot, and it can be a lot on Cure, but he's got to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Zorak here.
Ray is the
Wow,
man
that's-
talking out of the tin can. Phylum is the Australian. Flair is the man who's talking and not making sense. Much like the result that we're seeing here in front of us.
Impressive.
Oh yeah, what's Rapha doing?
I think
he's just given up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG! So Rapha's smart enough to know, and confident enough that he doesn't need to warm up at this point, just to get rid of this and just be done with it. You don't want to give your opponent too much confidence.
Definitely not.
Wow, is Rapha seriously losing? You guys who may not actually, I'm sure you've heard of ZorakWar, and if you haven't, I'll let you all know now. But he's practiced a lot, and he's actually a really, really good player, you guys. He doesn't get as much respect, I think, as he deserves at times. Around QuakeCon, I feel he was getting too much respect. But he's improved a lot since then.
Yeah.
This
reckon,
will
yeah,
be... Sorry, this will be a very, very good Tox, or a very, very one-sided Tox. I know it's a stupid thing to say, but I feel like if ZorakWar is as confident as he was, it'll be great.
That's just kind of toxicity too, though, isn't it? I mean, they can just, like, end up... You can get a really bad start and it can just go one way.
I
or you
think
can miss a few
Rapha will
shots
be the
and they
only
can blow
player to
out.
disagree with you, though. Rapha's always talks about how Tox is not as coin flippy as people say it is.
It's not. It's not as much as Airlock is.
No,
but
I agree.
It still can be.
That's, yeah. I would very strongly disagree, but
I've seen Zorak play this map, and well,
prepare to fight.
hold on, I've got a phone call.
That's funny. But I've seen Zorak play this map, and he'll hit like everything. So
Yep. And I'm gonna be off on Zorak actually. I'll be off on Rapha here actually, just because I know everyone's probably concerned for the guy who gets a great start. That's a great start on Tox for Rapha.
First frag.
Use the best weapon wisely. Respect the plasma.
Rails.
This could be a frag. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be a frag. Rapha, you can see him kind of stopping to think there about where Zorak was, and he actually just makes a decision to go straight to red rather than trying to deal any damage because of how his stack was. Sadly, Zorak hits all of his rails.
yeah, he spawned with that rail, so that was bad.
Yeah, guys, the reason why Rapha's talking, there seems to be some discussion about it in chat. Rapha wants us to be land too because his rockets would destroy ZorakWar on land, and Zorak's rail would be a little different. I don't know what that really means. You guys can read into that as much as you want, but I would take. I think it's more the time. Well, yeah, I think it's more the time nudge thing more than anything else. Yeah, even Storm's talking about it in chat. So. See you at land does not apply, guys. It's not apply today. This is okay though from Zorak. Like he's not let Rapha just get 200 and sit on him. So, and that's something to write home about, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being able to, I guess, keep Rapha at bay here.
Yeah, it is match point for both. I mean, this is the winner bracket final, but it is not the grand final, so it is only a best of 3.
Impressive.
Good railing there from Rapha. With, kind of exactly what he needed to pull out there to pick up that Mega, and now... Wow, really aggressive movement from Zorak. Rapha read it really well, he was prepared, just hit the rocket he needed to, and now yeah, it's all about this next yellow, I guess.
I'm just still thinking about that comment. It's funny because I'm looking at it a different way now.
I am
It's
too.
funny.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at it a way that a lot of people, I think, look at it. Like,
I didn't want to say it, but yeah. Basically, guys, for those, so we'll let y'all in on it, but basically the reason I didn't want to say it before is there was a bunch of accusations against Zorak for a while there, especially with his rail. So I think Rapha kind of hinting that maybe with the land comment, maybe it wasn't time nudge.
I think that's what he's referring to. But I mean, who knows, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen enough Zorak games now, and I know him fairly well, I guess, to say that I don't think that's true at all. But hey,
I just hope it's not true. You know, it's just
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unbelievable that he hits these shots.
He's had some amazing. Let's just put it this way to drop it. He's had some amazing games against people. If you guys know the Rapha strengths game where Rapha hits 90% rail, Zorak has had a very similar game against another top player, Chance, and I mean, he's had good results with rail, and people have headed on him for it. I hope it's not true either, though. So, I mean, either way, we'll.
Yeah, I mean, we need some new young guns to keep the guys like Rapha working, I guess. You know.
Yeah, we'll see if Rapha can, yeah, I guess die at this point, so Zorak can get a kill, make this more of a match. There you go.
Yeah, so this is Zorak's time to shine.
Perfect time for it, too. He can go challenge for this red, and he has all weapons.
That's a nice little peeky move around that corner.
Yeah, he dodged. He knew the rail was coming. That was nice.
It's like it's such a little detail, but it makes a huge difference. And
yeah.
It's almost laughable how little ZorakWar uses the rocket launcher. Wow, that was lucky. This Mega and that 100 health he kept, it means that this is it should be another red for Zorak, and he's evening it right back up. This is what I wanted to see.
Wow, I think he's got the death cycle.
He does. He's really good at doing it on this map, too. The only concern is the Mega and the red. Potential delay with like a rocket there at the Mega could mean that, you know, Rapha can get the red, but it's so risky on this map that I don't think he actually can make that happen.
The desperation rail comes out. Rapha's trying everything at this point to just break it.
yeah, he knows something's up.
It's a hard map to break. I mean, they're even in damage.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Wow.
Taken.
Yeah, it's just so hard to have an answer to this.
Is he gonna challenge this Mega? Probably not.
No.
At
this point,
it's really unlikely.
I think
that was all he could hope for.
He's really actually has to just hit the most BS rails like that, not take the rails in return like that.
Not like that.
And then just hope for the best. Like, that's kind of his answer, unless he can, you know. Actually, I should say rails or rockets, because if you can get up in Zorak's face with a rocket or a plasma gun, Zorak's just going to pull the LG out and probably die.
We need to see some... see, that can actually be, a really good position for Rapha to be in if he wants to commit to a rocket fight there. If he can get the first, really strong rocket onto Zorak.
That's so risky that Zorak went for that yellow first, but he knows which items he has to pick up in what order so that the items don't sink.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's lucky. Like, if ZorakWar dies here, that would be huge, and that's really what Rapha wants. He just wants him dead so that he doesn't have a rail and an LG both at once, because then Rapha can abuse that.
And he's pretty low right now. He should take advantage while he can, but time's running out.
Impressive.
Nice angle there from Rapha. Nice attempt.
Yeah, and it looked like ZorakWar's deliberately dropped off of that platform in a slightly awkward way to avoid that. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
Oh no. And is he gonna sit on the red? No.
Wow.
I don't know if I call that a
again,
mistake based on the weapons Rapha had, because I think ZorakWar dies anyways if he takes red. But that's gonna make this... There's no way Rapha doesn't tie it up at this point. I mean, right? he'd have to really mess up now, because he's gonna get... I'm gonna stop talking about this game, because it's obviously going a completely different direction every time we open our mouths.
You never know. Rapha, he can't push around here, surely. Wow. That's ridiculous. Rapha just made max damage in that situation. That was
Quit
like
using
an
the word
evil
can't
push.
in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing's impossible.
Wow.
So, a minute left. Yeah, we're all just silent at this point, because what do you really even do and say as a caster? You're kind of just in awe, at least I am, of both players.
Oh. Well, yeah, but especially when it's a game that's relying so much on aim too, it's harder to...
Yeah,
1 minute.
that is exactly what I'm in awe about. There's like, I don't know, it's not a whole lot of other weapons going on here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of... a long series of railgun shots.
ZorakWar is especially if you check those damage ratios there. I'll talk about them again at the end. I don't want to leave that scoreboard up too long, guys, but that's crazy.
Wow. Even like firing.
Oh my god.
That plasma knocked him off the mega platform.
Oh no. ZorakWar is sent to hang to the loser's bracket in a previous Duel Cup. Will he send Rapha to the loser's bracket in a Duel Cup?
Oh. Amazing. Oh my god, Rapha. Rapha the king. Oh no, Rapha, he's caught up in a really awkward way.
Oh, well, go. Do it.
Oh no.
I want him to do it now just because that was insane. Haha. Are we gonna get... I like how we all shut up right there. What were you gonna say, Ray?
He totally screwed up that rocket jump.
Yeah, if he didn't mess up that rocket jump, we could be looking like at a very different game, but those two rails are actually really, really important.
2 minute overtime, guys.
Oh. Nice rockets. Oh, Rapha, he's exposing himself for this railgun fight. He really wants to hit this shot. I mean, he knows it's overtime and that he has time to make it back, but wow.
Actually, I mean, you should never think that. There's time to make it back, like, I guess. But
that's the only reason I could see him exposing himself for that long, you know, knowing that if he dies, there is time to make it back.
The accuracies aren't even that impressive with the rails, but just the sheer amount of them that have been fired. And there's one from Rapha. ZorakWar is almost at 3k rail damage. Rapha's just over 2k.
I'm just hoping Zorak shoots 100 rails before this game's over.
What's he at now?
88, 80, well, probably 90 by now.
I think it's possible.
91. Yeah.
91. Okay, Zorak. 100 rails.
Game on.
This has got to be Rapha's game. He got the last red. He picked this mega. He's gonna pick up this next red.
Oh no! That freaking rocket.
If he dies there, Ray, I was going to laugh pretty hard. I think you're right, though,
Yeah,
man.
This is looking. Stop talking.
I know. I really feel like well, I'm very giddy at this moment because everything I've been wanting to say and everything that we've said has been incorrect, other than wow, look at that rail. So,
yeah, pretty
and
much.
Again, are you
Oh
joking?
my God.
2 seconds to overtime.
Are you joking?
So it's second overtime here, guys. 19-19.
Wow. Rapha, yeah, he just got completely cornered there.
Twitch, this is sensational.
That's definitely what it is. We're gonna see Zorak. 99 rails fired.
Nice pin. This is a 200-200. Can he hit the rails needed to make this go away? There's one.
That's the 100th rail
There's
right
two.
there. Is that gonna... Oh, holy shit.
The stack is too much, I think, at this point.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, don't say it. He'll come back now. Yeah, Zorak's ability to just use the railgun at any range as an effective weapon, it's amazing.
I don't think that's actually a skill. I think it's just the way this particular game has gone, to be completely honest.
No, but he's done it, like, other times.
I know.
Maybe not quite as effectively.
Combo kill.
Alright, it's time to calm down.
That has to be it. That has to be GG. Zorak can't possibly pull this back. But wow, what a toxicity. Like, the 2 toxicity games we've seen today have been fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they have.
I am lost for words.
Well, that's why we use swear words. That's actually why we use swear words, is because we're at a loss for words.
There are no regular, like, standard words that
It's a pretty standard word. It's cool. It's a pretty standard. So Cole Smith, aka Rups, waiting to play the loser of this one, I believe, yeah? Or is it going to be... Or maybe he's talking about his lower bracket. Okay. Yeah. 27-20 in a 14-minute toxicity. Damage kind of pulled away there for Rapha.
Wow, holy shit though, that is so much damage from both players.
Look, and the rail damages.
111 rails fired.
Yeah, almost like 200 rails combined. So.
Yeah.
We've still got a little bit of time to go in the lower bracket yet, unless people just haven't been reporting games.